things like fear, anxiety, or anger can cause you to make bad decisions that can cause you to lose tremendous amounts of wealth. And there's nothing else to say about that. So when we talk about therapy and why we have the Black Financial Therapy Department here in the Black Business School, that's probably the most important thing we've ever done. Because how many times do you see people acting crazy, doing crazy stuff, because they're angry, mad, hurt, whatever, betrayed, abandoned, and they're carrying all this trauma around. In fact, I saw a guy that was describing overweight people. Like a lot of times when we spend our lives overweight, that's the trauma locked inside your body, right? You never really let it out. You never healed, and then that plus poor eating habits and which could be a trauma response, right? You get upset, so you start eating stuff, and then also in the fact that the culture of going to the gym is not always what it should be. Well, next thing you know, you've got obesity, and a lot of that outcome, which is very expensive, by the way, it's very expensive to be unhealthy. We know that big pharma will suck your money out of your pocket like a vacuum cleaner. Big pharma is right up there with student loans in terms of something that really drains black wealth at a multi-trillion-dollar level. They love to put the diabetes clinic right there in the black community. They love to put the dialysis center right there in the middle of the black community. Then they'll put it right next to the liquor store so you can drink yourself into a bad state of affairs where you have to go get the dialysis and the diabetes treatment and everything else. And then they'll put it under the guise of helping you. Like we really want to help the black community because it's unfair and they don't get the same treatment as everyone else. Well, maybe prevention is something that should be considered as well as it pertains to making certain investments in your life. And we know that your health is wealth. We've talked about this before. Now, another thing is there's something called household production theory. And one thing about household production theory is that it pretty much argues that harmony in the household increases the home's productive capacity. And so, a united household can achieve goals when it comes to saving. They can build businesses together. They can invest together. If you have chaos, then your output is reduced. Most nations, most corporations, most economic entities measure their wealth by their ability to produce. Productivity is an essential element of wealth creation. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? The countries on this planet that are deemed to be the wealthiest countries in the world tend to be the countries that are the most productive. So what this theory says, what household production theory says is that a productive household will typically be a wealthy household, and a household that has peace and harmony is more likely to be productive, which makes it wealthy. So peace rather than chaos leads to productivity, which leads to wealth. That's easy though. Like you know this. You know this. Because for many of us, the chaos isn't just on the outside of our body, it's on the inside. A lot of us have chaos inside our mind, inside our own body. We can't even fight the chaos, the internal chaos, let alone the external chaos. So one of the biggest battles that I fought as a young scholar, young whatever the hell I was figuring out how to resolve the internal chaos inside of Boyce. Because I knew that I had to resolve that before I could resolve the external stuff, right? Everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to change themselves. So the more you resolve chaos and you gain clarity, the more productive you will be. And then once you resolve the chaos in your environment, the more productive the environment will be. And then what happens is that once you have a productive, non-chaotic environment, you have to protect that. So in our family, we're pretty good at, being peaceful with each other and productive with each other. So when you come in with chaotic negative energy, we tell you to get the hell out. We tell you that this is not our jam. You're not, we don't want you around acting like that. So thank God me and my siblings did not marry some person coming up there screaming, hollering, arguing all the time. We didn't. My wife fits right in, and my brother's wife fits right in, and we just get together and we love each other, and that's how you build together.